The woman was dying of thirst, but she didn't drink the half bottle of water she had. Instead, she poured it over her face. Then she leaned toward the metal ceiling and started licking the dripping water, but the rust mixed and made her nauseous. Time passed without her knowing. A few raindrops landed on her face. It started pouring rain outside. Water began to leak into the container. She quickly pulled out her lunchbox and used it to collect the precious rainwater. Even an empty can become a useful tool. But when she opened the lid, an idea popped into her mind. She had drilled holes in the roof before, but the drill ran out of power midway. Now, she just needed a rope and the can's lid. She could open the roof like a can. Using all her strength, she finally pulled open the metal sheet. The sunlight made her tear up with joy, but when she climbed out, she saw nothing but ocean in every direction. The sight filled her with despair, but she thought of her newborn baby. That gave her the will to push through. She had to survive for her child. At least the baby liked the sunlight. It was so much better than the dark container. Soon, the baby pooped. She wiped it up with her clothes and tossed it into the sea. The smell surprisingly attracted a school of fish. She was thrilled to see that, but the sea was too far down to reach, so she braided her headphone wires into a net. She lowered the net into the ocean and threw in the dirty diaper as bait. When a fish swam in to eat, she quickly pulled up the net. It was the first real bite of food she had. She kept doing this for the next few days and managed to catch more fish. That gave her hope to stay alive. One day, while resting on the container, she saw a plane fly overhead. She rushed back inside the box and grabbed a broken piece of glass. As she climbed out, the sharp edge cut deep into her thigh. The pain made her body shake, but she didn't have time to worry. She got up and tried to reflect sunlight with the glass, hoping someone on the plane would see, but the plane flew by too fast, so she went back inside and took a hook from a circuit board. She turned it into a DIY sewing needle. She drank a shot of strong liquor, poured the rest on the wound to disinfect. Then she started stitching up her leg. The pain nearly made her pass out, but her willpower kept her going. She couldn't leave her baby alone, but the water level kept rising in the container, so she turned her lunchbox into a tiny raft. Suddenly, she spotted a seagull nearby. That meant land might be close, but by nightfall, the container was fully submerged. She placed the baby on the raft and held on as they floated. The next morning, the sun rose over the sea. A fishing boat spotted the drifting raft, but the woman was no longer conscious. One crew member pulled the rope tied to the raft. At the other end was her lifeless body. They quickly tried to revive her, but nothing worked. Just as they were about to give up, one of them noticed the baby inside the box. A deep sadness filled her heart. She tried again to resuscitate the woman. She couldn't let this baby grow up without a mother. After relentless effort, the woman finally came back to life. Her first words were asking about her baby. When she saw her child was safe, she burst into tears of joy.